From Meadville, Pennsylvania, and Garby Yard, the Meadville Mustangs and the DuBois Bucks meet in a Rust Belt League matchup last weekend of the season before the Mustangs head into the Rust Belt League playoffs. Hello everyone, Luke Burgess here with you for today's coverage of the Meadville Mustangs and the DuBois Bucks. The first time that these two teams have met all season long, an interleague matchup today, and a chance for the Mustangs to grab 2 wins. We'll go back to the last time that the Mustangs were in action. That was on Tuesday night in Newcastle. They took on the 3B Barons, and that game a tough one to swallow for the Mustangs players as well as Mustangs fans. Gino Mara started that game and was phenomenal on the mound. Ended up going 6 2/3 innings, 6 hits allowed, and only 3 runs. But those last 2 runs came before he could get the third out in the 7th inning. He went 6 2/3 with only allowing 1 run at one point and just ran him out there for a little bit too long. And on the other side, for the 3B Barons, Logan Harris started. He was pretty solid, 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both of those earned. Those would be the only 2 runs that the Mustangs would score before Isaac Shylack came on in relief. He pitched the final 4 innings of that game, lights out. The Mustangs only amount a few hits against him out of the bullpen. You got to look real quick now at the Mustangs' record. It might look a little bit different than the last time you saw it, and that is because they've been forced to forfeit a couple games because of scheduling conflicts. They were not able to make up 2 of the rainouts that occurred, and so those go in the column as losses because they were on the side of the scheduling conflict, per se, that was not able to be rearranged. They did not have the players available to go down and play the games throughout this week, which is the final week of the season. And now into this final weekend, they're just trying to get into the playoffs and improve the seeding as much as possible before things get underway on Tuesday. And that's kind of a little preview of the playoffs as well. In that game on Tuesday night, the 3B Barons clinched first place in the Rust Belt Division, beating the Mustangs. They still had a chance to improve some seeding and maybe grab that first place regardless of whether or not they won or lost that game, but with the win they officially grabbed first place. So they will be the team that the 4th place, most likely, East Butler Bulldogs will take on, and pending any change, it looks like it'll be the Mustangs and the Blue Sox, most likely from Pullman Park, but we could see them up here as well, with the Mustangs being the home team if they're able to win out throughout this weekend. And then a little bit of a preview for today. The Bucks are not so strong so far this season. Just 5 wins, and they sit last in the entire league so far this year. Their lineup for today's action, they come in with a record of 5-16, 9.5 games back in the division, and they've lost 3 in a row, only won 2 of their last 8. They lead it off with the center fielder, Lance Baldensberger. He bats first. Morgan Balot bats second. He's in right field. Kyle Elensky bats third. He's the shortstop. Brandon Higley bats fourth. He is in left field. The third baseman batting fifth, Blake Priestash. Alex Pasternak bats sixth. He's the first baseman. Justin Smulik bats seventh. He's the extra hitter. Damone Foster bats eighth. He's the second baseman. Cole Slottenhoop bats ninth. He's the catcher, and Nate Tyler rounds out the order, batting 10th. He is the designated hitter. The pitcher is Sawyer Prince. He comes into this game as the first pitcher that the Mustangs will face in history from the DuBois Bucks, this being their inaugural season. He'll take the mound in just a few moments, but not before the Mustangs defense takes the field, as they are doing right now. Their lineup for today, leading it off, is the shortstop Kenny Lavrich. Batting second, Daniel Luco. He plays in right field. Jordan Suvak bats third. He's the center fielder. Brandon Butler bats fourth. He's at third base. Noah Ross bats fifth. He's the designated hitter. Zach Strideff bats sixth. He's the second baseman in today's action. John Sharp is in left field. He bats seventh. Mason Bevan is the extra hitter. He bats eighth. Tristan Holland is the 9-hitter and catching, and then to round out the order, making his infield defensive debut, Zach Wilson. He plays first base and bats 10th. Walker Cunningham is on the mound for the Mustangs. It's his 5th start of the season. He's been strong early in games, but he's struggled to go long into games. He did have that complete game 7-inning, 1-run win against the 3B Barons in Newcastle, that being his best start of the season. So he'll look to try and replicate that tonight against a DuBois Bucks team that has struggled on offense all season long. So once again, Lavrich, Luco, Suvic, Butler, Ross, Stridiff, Sharp, Bevan, Holland, and Wilson for the Mustangs. And for the Bucks, Balsberger, Balot, Alensky, Higley, Priestash, Pasternak, Smulik, Foster, Slottenhoop, and Tyler on the mound for them, Sawyer, Prince. So we'll get underway in just a few moments. Mustangs taking their final pre-game tosses, getting everyone loose in the field, and we're going to start just a few minutes after 2 today. That was the posted start time, and a doubleheader, of course, as most of our games here at Allegheny have been. So we'll get Game 2 underway after this first 7-inning game in just a few moments, and it's a pretty typical lineup. We've started to see some consistency, really, as the season has gone along with the Mustangs lineup, and really the only changes that we see from night to night are that first base position and the catcher position. Those are the only ones that really haven't been consistent all season long. We do see Cole Grable out of the lineup in favor of Stridiff at second base today, but that left side of the infield has been very consistent with Butler and Lavrich, and then the outfield has also stayed very consistent. First pitch, we're ready to go. Here it comes, and that one's immediately out to center field. Chasing after it is the center fielder, Suvac, and it's over his head and off the wall. A little bit hard to read that one, and no, it's not. He makes the catch. For a moment there, it looked like he maybe tracked back on that one. The runner went all way around to second base, but he's out, and we start with a weird fly ball to get things underway. So Baldensberger flies out to the center fielder, Suvac, and we are underway. Now it's the left-handed hitting Balot. First pitch is a fastball or maybe a slider there and swung on and missed. So down 0-1 in the count early. And if you're just tuning in, Mustangs Baseball, we thank you for joining us. The 0-1 pitch is out to left field. That one drops foul. And the count goes to 0-2 with one away in the top of the first. Sharp out there in the left field today. He's played a few games out in center or in left so far this season, but recently has really been catching for the most part, but knows that he's comfortable in that role. Really in any role that they choose to put him in. 2:05 our start time today. The weather, it's 83 degrees, cloudy. Not a whole lot of wind. Cunningham's 0-2 to Balot. That's a breaking pitch outside, and the count goes 1-2. Left-handed hitter at the plate after Baldensberger flew out to center field on the first pitch of the game. The 1-2 count from the big right-hander is down low in the dirt, blocked by Holland. Holland is caught a few times this season, mostly coming off of the bench, but today he gets the start back behind the dish. 2-2 to the lefty. The pitch is outside, two-seamer drifting away. Now it's a full count with one away in the first inning. Right-hander works quickly. He comes with the 3-2 pitch, and that one's fouled off to the left side, so we'll do it again. Zach Wilson over at first base, making his debut not on the mound. 3-2 pitch is grounded over to third base. Butler carries the hop and throws on to first. It's high and over the head of Wilson. So thinking about second base and then thinking better of it is Balot, but that's going to be a throwing error on Brandon Butler over at third base. And the first runner aboard for the Bucks. That's one of the things that against the teams that maybe have struggled more this season, such as DuBois, you want to make sure that you're keeping them off base when you can. And that's definitely an avoidable instance right there. Unfortunately, Butler not able to make the play over to first. So a runner on first for Kyle Alensky. Right-handed batting shortstop. Cunningham working out of the stretch. His 0-0 pitch is up the middle to the second baseman Strida. If he gloves, throws on to second to Lavrich. Lavrich on the transition to first, and he gets him there. It's a double play, so how about that? The outs in the inning only took 2 pitches. Cunningham rolls 2 after he gets the leadoff batter, Baldensberger, to fly out, and we're through a half inning. No score on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Bottom of the first inning, Sawyer Prince to face Kenny Lavrich, Daniel Luco, and Jordan Suvak, 1-2-3 in the Mustangs order. That's been the 1-2-3 for 10 straight games now. So pretty consistent guys coming to the plate in that first inning for the Mustangs. Lavrich leads it off. He's facing the tall left-hander Prince, who delivers the 0-0 pitch. His first pitch is inside for ball 1 to the shortstop. Lavrich takes that one, looks down to third base, and after a scoreless top of the first, we're underway in the bottom of the first. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball through the middle and gloved down by the shortstop. That's Zelensky. So a line out to start things. Lavrich hit that ball hard, but just right towards the 3-hitter who grounded into that double play to end the top of the first. And there's 1 away. 1 away for Daniel Luco. He has not been used to hitting with 1 away a lot this year. Lavrich still leads the team in on-base percentage. He has all season long. That one's hit at the shortstop and lined out. So 2 straight line-outs to the shortstop Zelensky on 2 straight pitches. And he gloves that one down for the second out. Jordan Suvak now coming to the plate with 2 quick outs. He's got to make the pitcher work here a little. See if he can draw the count full. He's faced a lot of full counts so far this season. Hard fastball right through the zone. That called for strike 1. So the count 0-1 quickly on the center fielder. Made the first out on the first pitch of the game. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Goes down 0-2. Suvak in the hole. He's been good at working back from pitcher's counts this year, though. Faced more 3-2 counts than anyone else on this team. Curveball inside is called for ball 1. Sharp break on that curveball, very much horizontal. Not a whole ton of vertical break. The 1-2 pitch to the center fielder's up high for ball 2. Goes back to that fastball. Fastball comes out of that kind of mid-level left-handed arm slot with a lot of jump. Right behind the plate here at Garby Yard, Allegheny College Baseball Complex. Bottom of the first, the 2-2 pitch is inside, and they appeal down. It's a drop. And they say that he did swing, and it was a dead ball that hit him. So Suvak is out. A little bit of an explanation needed there for a moment, and I think some confusion on all accounts. It looked like the catcher, Slodenhoop, thought that it was a drop third strike. But no throw down to first. The runner's out, and it's a quick first inning. No score on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Cunningham to face 4, 5, and 6 in the top of the second inning. It'll start with Brandon Higley, left fielder, hitting in the 4-hole today. Hits from that right-handed side. Cunningham is ready to go. He'll be followed up by Blake Priestash. That's the third baseman. The 0-0 from Cunningham. First pitch is swung on and missed. Nice slider away. A lot of spin rate on that one. Gets him out in front. So he goes up 0-1. Does Cunningham. The 0-1 pitch is a two-seamer across the plate for strike 2. Now down 0-2 in the count is Higley. Cunningham resets quickly, gets his pitch, and now he's ready to deliver the 0-2 pitch. That's a curveball inside. Didn't quite get it where he wanted it. Count goes to 1-2. So the Mustangs lost, as we mentioned in the pregame show, 6-2 in Newcastle on Tuesday. That was a late game loss. They're trying to get back in the win column here. That one's fouled off down the right field line, out toward the batting cages. So the count will stay at 1-2 for the left fielder. Prince and Cunningham both working through efficient first innings, and 7-inning game for this doubleheader. 1-2 pitch from Cunningham. Fastball up high, couldn't get him to bite on it. Now after those two waste pitches, probably see him come back in the zone here with a challenge pitch. Trying to avoid going full on the count. The 2-2 is through the middle. It's grounded onto Lavrich. He fields quickly and throws on to first for the out. So a nice easy ground ball to start things in the top of the second, and there's one away for Blake Priestash. Really, when we see Cunningham lose control of a game so far this season, it's been because he doesn't get guys to effectively chase that breaking stuff. When he's been able to do that, he's been one of the most solid pitchers on this team. His 0-0 to Priestash is called for a strike. That's a fastball over the outside edge. Nothing in one pitch is onto the shortstop, Lavrich. He gloves it on a backhand. The hard throw onto first, and a nice scoop by Wilson over there at first base. He makes his first nice defensive play, and there's 2 down quickly. Way for Lavrich to get over to that one at the shortstop position to his right. And a hard throw onto first to get the second out. So now it's the first baseman, Alex Pasternak. Pasternak wears number 24. Tall first baseman. Pops one up. Out to right field. Underneath it, Luco. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. So how about that? 2 efficient half innings for Walker Cunningham, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Well, mirror bottom of the second inning to the top of the second. Brandon Butler coming up as the 4-hitter, followed by the 5 and 6. Noah Ross and Zach Stridiff. Hopefully the Mustangs can break the trend and get someone around the base paths Sawyer Prince is ready to go from that left side. His first pitch is a breaking ball and first strike to Butler. Butler's cooled off a little bit. He started the season hitting pretty hot. He was down low in the order at the beginning of the year. The 0-1 pitch is out to left field. Backing up on it toward the wall is Higley. He looks up and makes the catch. So there's one away. On the fly ball to left. And Butler just a little bit too under that one. He had the distance on it for sure if he could change the angle of attack. So one away for Noah Ross. We've seen Ross in a variety of positions this year, but certainly most consistently he's been a designated or extra hitter. Played a little bit of infield as well on that right side. Slider inside on Ross is called for ball one. One away in the bottom of the second inning on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Here's the 1-0 pitch out to right field. Tracking is Balot. He makes a quick catch, and quickly there's two away. So moving right along here in game one of this doubleheader. And now 2 outs for Zach Strideff. And the first pitch to Strideff is down low. Curveball inside near the feet. Called for ball one. Called strike on the 1-0 pitch, and there he takes it. If Strideff is able to reach, it would be John Sharp, the left fielder, to follow. That one's out to left center field, hooking out toward the corner and dropping in the gap for a single. The first hit of the day for either side, and it belongs to the first baseman, Zach Strideff. He's been great at the plate so far this season. Come up with some of uncontestedly the most clutch hits of the year, and now he grabs the first hit in this game with a single. Obviously the final weekend of the year, and John Sharp will follow him now. Get to see Prince out of the stretch for the first time. Working quickly, he delivers a breaking ball over the heart of the plate for strike one. You think back to that clutch 8th inning triple in Butler against the Blue Sox just a few weeks ago. That one's shot down the third base line. Onto it is Priestash. He throws onto second base, gets the force out there, and the inning is over. So 2 full played. Mustangs get the first hit, but it's not enough to score a run. Still scoreless through 2 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Back for the third inning. 8, 9, 7, 8, and 9 coming to the plate for the DuBois Bucks. And Balot, who was hitting second, reach on an error, but apart from that, no hits through the first 2 innings. Justin Smulik will face Cunningham. His first pitch is a breaking ball away for ball one. No score in the top of the third, just underway. Moving quickly through those first 2 innings. Good pitching on both sides. Cunningham's 1-0 down low for ball 2. So he falls behind in the count 2-0 for the first time today. Goes into his delivery. Comes home with the pitch. It's fouled off the end of the bat into the netting in front of the Mustangs dugout. So a 2-1 count. Limiting the walks has been key for the Mustangs this year, really for any pitcher, but it seems like they really get into trouble on a defensive perspective as the fastball is delivered on the 2-1 up high. It's 3-1. When they have those runners on early in games and they don't earn their way on base, it can be really hard for them to get them off base. That one's shot onto second base and past the glove of Strideff into right field. So the hitless bid is over for both sides. Smulik singles into right, and he's got a leadoff hit on first base. And quite frankly, I think you would take that over a walk with the way that the Mustangs have given up runs when they walk the leadoff batter. If you look back to Newcastle's contest the other night, every single inning that the Barons scored a run, it was led off with a walk. Cunningham now pitching out of the stretch. He delivers a slider over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Could have been the curveball as well. Good breaking action from Cunningham on the mound. We didn't see him get the pitch out of the stretch very long last time. Just one pitch before he rolled a double play. That one's in there for strike. A 1-1 count to Damone Foster, second baseman at the plate, hitting 8th in today's action. A 1-1 pitch from Cunningham is away, and he swung on and missed, and that's strike 3. So maybe a missed strike call there. No scoreboard here, so it can be hard to tell sometimes, but Cunningham notches his first strikeout on a slider away. That was a good pitch. And there's one down with the runner on first for Cole Slottenhoop. Catcher batting 9th, facing Cunningham for the first time. He delivers down low in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Holland. He looks like he might have stoved a finger there on the transition over to grab that one, kind of flexing out that left hand. Short lead off first for the runner. About 2.5 steps. The pitch is down low, breaking pitch away again, and Holland doesn't have to do much to get in front of that one. 2-0 now to the 9th hitting, right-handed hitting catcher. And that one is shot through the right side into right field. Onto it is Luco, and now back-to-back singles to start this third inning after the strikeout in between. And it's first and second with just one away. We followed up by the 10-hitter Nate Tyler coming through the plate with 2 runners on and 1 away. The best chance for either team so far. First time that either team has had a runner in scoring position. Top of the third inning, 10-hitter, designated hitter Nate Tyler at the plate. Cunningham's 0-0 pitch is grounded up the left side, foul. Botched play from the third base coach there. He's going to reel it in and throw it on back to Cunningham. Mustangs pitcher ahead in the count early. Trying to see if maybe he can roll another ground ball in the infield. He steps off, looks that runner back to second base. That's Justin Smulik, the extra hitter. Don't really have much of a profile on these DuBois Bucks because we haven't seen them all season. Now a warning, you got to give the hitter time to get back in the box, says out to Cunningham. Cunningham trying to maybe rush him a little bit. He's right back at it from the stretch. Looks the runner back to second. Now he comes home with the pitch. In for strike 2. So after a brief intermission, he comes right back with another strike, and Tyler's down 0-2. Looks that runner back to second again. Long look. Now he comes home with the pitch. Did he go? No, he didn't. It's 1-2. Holds back on the check swing. Pink bat. Hot pink bat for Nate Tyler. Maybe he's anticipating the release of the Barbie movie, not too far away. The 1-2 from Cunningham is through the middle and grounded onto the second baseman Strida. If he doesn't have time to throw to second, he'll go to first to get the second out. So it puts runners at second and third with 2 away and the top of the order coming up. So a little bit of danger here for the Mustangs, trying to grab a win against the last place DuBois Bucks. Lance Baldensberger comes to the plate for the second time. He flew out to the center fielder Suvak on the first pitch of the game. Cunningham's 0-0. Breaking pitch over the plate for a strike. It's 0-1 to the center fielder. Big bench for the Bucks. They got a lot of guys available. 0-1 is up high and in. Dodging out of the way is the hitter, and umpire flinched a little bit there too. Trying to get out of the way of that one. That was one of the things in Newcastle with 5 games in 5 days. The Mustangs did not have a lot of depth out of that bullpen. Swung on and missed. Slider down low for strike 2. And now a 1-2 count. They had to go to Brandon Butler on Tuesday, the first time that he pitched all season. And ended up surrendering 3 runs in 2 1/3 innings. Here's the pitch from Cunningham. It's a slider grounded onto Lavrich. He fields, throws on to first, and gets the out. So they hold the Bucks off the board, and we're through 2 1/2. The score, still 0-0 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Bottom of the 3rd inning coming up, and one of the things I noticed in between the inning breaks is you look at one of the benefits of pitching locally. You see that Cunningham is getting some velocities from one of his coaches, so he goes back and he's giving him a report in between innings, trying to improve him there. Left-hander Sawyer deals a strike. Sawyer Prince on the mound. He delivers that one to Bevan. 8, 9, 10 coming up in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and an 0-1 count already to Bevan. Swung on and missed is the 0-1 pitch, and he goes down 0-2. Still got the pink and blue bat going at the plate. Had the orange and black for quite some time, but he swapped that one out. That one's away for ball 1. It's a 1-2 count. Infield playing straight up. Bevan, heavy pull hitter at the plate. Here's the 1-2. Popped up. That one drifting to his left and foul. A lot of games in action all around the league this weekend. Both Butler teams in action today. Breaking pitch up high for ball 2, so Bevan draws the count back even after going down 0-2. We'll hope you'll join us tomorrow from Altoona. That one's shot out to right center field. It's shallow and caught by the second baseman, Foster. So he retires Bevan on the 5th pitch of his at-bat. And there's one away. Tristan Holland now gets his first at-bat of the evening. We saw him in Butler not too long ago. Coming off the bench. This is his first start in a while. That one's in there for a strike. Called strike on the breaking ball across the plate to the right-handed hitting catcher. Just the second time he started at catcher this year. Grounded on the third base and under the glove of the third baseman, Priestash. That one's into left field. And how about it? A single for Tristan Holland, and he's making a case to get starts all throughout the weekend. Zach Wilson now. He comes to the plate with 1 out and 1 on. Lefty delivers a two-seamer over the heart of the plate. Normally a pitcher, but he's getting some at-bats today playing over at first base. Prince out of the stretch goes into his delivery. That one swung on and missed for strike 2, so he's down 0-2 quickly. Kind of looking back to the dugout, and he knows it's the first time he's hit all year, so there's going to be some rust to shake off. Prince's 0-2 pitch is outside for ball 1, so he draws back the count just a tad in his favor. That one is called strike 3, or just swung on and missed for strike 3. And he goes down swinging for the second out. So the 10-hitter strikes out after the single from Tristan Holland. There's 2 away for Kenny Lavrich. His second at-bat, he lined out to the shortstop, Ilensky, his first time. Tall left-hander Sawyer Prince delivers the 0-0, and that looks like maybe the changeup is swung on and missed for strike 1. As we mentioned earlier, just a moment ago, the Mustangs are back in action tomorrow from Altoona, Pennsylvania. Long road trip. That one's fouled off to the right side, or maybe it will stay in play, and it's down by the wall. It came back. A little bit of a double cross. Now rounding third is Holland. The throw to the plate is just up the line, and he's safe at home. Head first slide for Holland, an RBI double for Kenny Lavrich. He's got another RBI. He leads the team. And he leads the team to their first run in the bottom of the 3rd inning on the RBI double to right field. That one looked like it was foul off the bat, but ended up drifting back. And one of the things that is really noticeable here from the press box at Garby Yard is the views down into right field are not always super reliable. The ball does funny things based off what it looks like it's going to off the bat. First pitch to Luco is fouled off. And that time was certainly one of those. Looked like it was just going to get right of that right field foul line. Ended up dropping just in front of the wall. And it's a double for Kenny Lavrich. He gets the Mustangs on the board. Big time lead off of second. He's being held on slightly by Foster. The 0-1 to Luco is up high for ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. Luco at the dish has become a really reliable number 2 hitter. The 1-1 is inside, gets away from the catcher. Throw down to third is non-existent. Lavrich is in there easily. And a nice little slide on the turf. Slottenhoop couldn't rein it in quickly enough. So now the runner moves up to third with 2 outs. Now just needs an easy base hit to come across the plate and give the Mustangs a 2-run lead. Here is the pitch. It's a breaking ball, and it's on and gloved by the third baseman. Throw out, and the first baseman drops the ball. So how about that? It looked like it was going to get by Priestash to begin, and then he makes a nice play at third. But Pasternak evens it all out by dropping that ball over at first, and Luco reaches on an error So he's aboard. Laverick scores. The Mustangs lead this one 2-0. So now Jordan Suvak. First pitch is outside for ball one. Mustangs plate the first 2 runs of the game. The 1-0 to Suvak is down low for ball 2. Suvak struck out on a weird pitch his first time around. It ended up getting a small piece of a dead ball which hit him on his way down to first. So he ended up being called out. That one is fouled off toward the netting, and 2-1 pitch was right over the heart of the plate. Suvak brings a lot to this team energy-wise, we know that. But he has been a phenomenal player for the Mustangs all season as well. Prince's pitch is fouled back again. Another one back against the netting. It's a 2-2 count. So 2 against the Bucks today, and then 2 against Altoona tomorrow. We hope you'll be tuning in there. We get underway at 1 p.m. for Game 1. Every game big at this point of the season. Pitches outside for ball 3, and now the count goes 3-1, or 3-2 rather, all the way full. Nice little breeze rolling in. That pitch is swung on and missed. He struck him out, and the inning is over, but not before the Mustangs plate 2. We're through 3 full. They lead this one 2-0. Muggy afternoon rolls on here in Meadville, Pennsylvania. Top of the 4th inning. It's Bilott, Elensky, and Higley to come to the plate for the DuBois Bucks facing Walker Cunningham. He's yet to allow a run through his first 3 innings of work, and after the Mustangs give him some run support, you hope he can go back out there and toss up a 0. Very important to try and back up those bats. Just as important as it is to back up your pitcher when he's giving you this good work so far. Fastball inside for ball 1. Starts off the at-bat to the left-handed hitting Bilott. He reached on a throwing error from the third baseman Butler his first time through. The 1-0 is chopped off to the left side. Butler's chasing after that one into foul ground. He can't get a read on it, and it drops in just a little bit out of his reach. It's a 1-1 count. You look back at the DuBois Bucks' recent results. Lost at Pullman Park yesterday. That was last night, 8-4, the final score in that one. And then back to Tuesday night, in the same night that the Mustangs met the Barons, it was the Iron Bucks all the way over in DuBois, and they dropped that game. The DuBois Bucks, rather. You might need to clarify. Strike is called in there to Bilott, and he has 2 strikes on him. Bucks lose that one 6-3. Before that, the 3B Barons took care of them 6-0. So String of bad results trying to bounce back here today. That one is chopped through the middle of the infield. Second baseman Strideff throws quickly, and he's safe over at first base. Beats out the throw for an infield single, so Balot reaches base for the second time, this time by means of a hit. And he's aboard for the 3-hitter, Kyle Alensky. And you can guarantee that Cunningham, would take that same result that he had the last time Alensky came to the plate. It was a 4-6-3 double play. Cunningham out of the stretch. Comes home with his 0-0. That one's out to left center field. It's shallow, and it's going to drop in for another hit. So for the second straight inning, there's runners on first and second off of hits into left field. This time with no outs. Slightly more worrying, so you need Cunningham to do something big real quick here. He's going to face Brandon Higley. Higley's 0 for 1 so far. Came to the plate 2 innings ago in the second. Facing Cunningham for the second time today. No outs, runners on first and second. Cunningham pitching out of the stretch, delivers. That one's away, doesn't get a piece of the zone. He goes down 1-0. We'll have playoff baseball for you next week. Cunningham's pitch is down and shot into left center field. That one finds the gap. Suvak's playing back, so he's able to field cleanly. A good throw in. Butler cuts it off, and it's a run back for the Bucks. So 3 straight singles. The third one produces an RBI. It's runners at first and second still, but the Bucks narrow the deficit to 1. They score, and it's a 2-1 game. Cunningham being teed off on after he was really dominant in those first 3 innings. Something we've talked about is how he really does not give up runs early in games. That's not something that has been an issue. He's been ready to come out. It's just been the longevity factor, which has not always been 100%, that's for sure. Out of the stretch, this one's fouled off. And now it's Blake Priestash who grounded out to the shortstop Lavrich his first time. No doubt Lavrich would appreciate a ground ball right about now. The pitch. Outside for a ball. Umpire looked over to his right for a moment, but no strike call made. Here's the pitch to the right-handed hitter. That one's down low. It's going to scoot away from the catcher, Holland. And now runners at second and third. That's the tying run. 90 feet away with nobody out. Worrying dip here all of a sudden. The pitch from the right-hander. That one's popped up on the right side of the infield. Wilson has a read on it in foul ground. He makes the catch, so both runners hold up. That's a big infield fly. Foul out, rather, for Cunningham on the mound. So still runners at second and third with 1 away in the inning. Now Alex Pasternak gets his second at-bat. He flew out to Daniel Luco in right field his first time through. Takes a moment to step in. Now he's ready to go. Cunningham pitching out of the windup with runners on second and third. Delivers his 0-0 to Pasternak. It's fouled off. He was late on the fastball up high. Pasternak is very, very tall at the plate. He's going to see those pitches up high pretty well, you would imagine. Short bat as well. Or maybe it's just him. Swung on and missed. The 0-1 pitch was a slider away. That's good tunneling there from the pitcher Cunningham. It's 0-2 count to Pasternak. Here's the pitch. Down low, he struck him out. Nice slider away, and now 2 outs. Cunningham bounces back in a big way. Gets a strikeout after the foul out, and now a hit needed to score that runner from third base. Justin Smulik is going to have to be responsible for getting it. He's 1 for 1 so far. That was a single to lead off the last inning. Cunningham's 0-0 pitch. Up high, gloved by Holland. That one is outside on the 1-0, so it's a 2-0 count now to the extra hitter, Justin Smulik. The only time that these two teams will meet this season, similarly to what we'll see with Altoona tomorrow. The right-hander goes into his motions, delivers a 2-0 in for a strike. Fastball over the outside edge of the plate. Smulik trying to break this game open, get his team in the lead. He's going to call time. 2-1 is the count. Took time to clarify about the count. That's one of the confusions that can arise when you don't have a scoreboard. Some days we have, but not today. Top of the 4th inning, 2-1 pitch. That one is popped out to his right and foul. Now 2 strikes on him. Smulik will be followed by Damon Foster. Foster struck out swinging his first time through. Here's the 2-2. He struck him out, so he gets out of the inning. How about that for an escape job? Cunningham comes all the way back. After runners on second and third and nobody out, he gets 3 straight and 2 strikeouts to end the inning. Through 3.5 on the Mustangs Baseball Network, they lead 2-1. Bottom of the 4th, rolling on here, and thanking you for joining us. Luke Burgess here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Brandon Butler to lead off this bottom of the 4th inning. He'll be followed by Noah Ross and Zach Strida. If Butler flew out to the left fielder his first time through, the first pitch he sees is popped up. That one's back of the catcher. Chasing after it is slot and hoop, and he makes the catch. So 1 away quickly on 1 pitch, and he held on to that mask for quite some time before he tossed it away, and that is slot and hoop. So 1 out for Noah Ross. He's 0 for 1 so far. Pitch is up high from the left-hander Prince. Prince's pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike. A 1-1 count to Noah Ross. Fastball up high. Doesn't catch a piece of the zone. Hard fastball through the zone there. Looked like he kind of just let that one rip. Strideff on deck is 1 for 1. Slippery rock tandem, Noah Ross and Zach Strideff. Here's the pitch. Popped up to the right side. Chasing after it is the right fielder, Blott. And it's out of play. So 2 strikes on him now with 1 away in the inning. The pitch into him is way inside. He has to slide out of the way, and now the count's full. Battling a 3-2. Sawyer Prince gets his pitch, works quickly. The payoff is out to the right side, looking up, and it's way out of play. So we'll do the 3-2 again. Sawyer Prince, 2 runs allowed in that last inning. Trying to bounce back, get his team a clean inning here. The payoff pitch is swung on and missed. He struck him out. So after the pop out in foul territory to the catcher, Ross goes down on strikes, and there's 2 away for Zach Strideff. Strideff trying to avoid the 1-2-3 inning. Give Cunningham a little bit of rest. He had to work relatively hard to get out of that jam in the top of the 4th. The first pitch he sees is a breaking ball in for a strike. Game 2, right after the conclusion of Game 1. Bring that to you right here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Curveball through the zone for strike 2. And then we'll hope that you can join us tomorrow at 1 p.m. for doubleheader action from Altoona. 2-strike pitch is popped up on the infield. Shortstop fields and Alensky throws on to first and gets the out. So a quick bottom of the 4th inning for the Mustangs. They go down without a whimper. They lead this one 2-1 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Fifth inning here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Damone Foster followed by Cole Slottenhoop and Nate Tyler. 8, 9, and 10 to face Walker Cunningham, who's only given up 1 run through 4 innings in a 7-inning game. He's going back out for the 5th, trying to qualify for the win if he can get through this inning scoreless. His 0-0 pitch to the 8-hitter is in for a strike. Fastball just caught the bottom of the zone. Foster struck out swinging his first time through. The 0-1 pitch is lined through the left side and onto the left fielder Sharp for a leadoff single. So now 3 straight innings with leadoff singles for the Bucks. They've only been able to produce 1 run. Cunningham will try and keep that constant right here. With the leadoff runner on, he'll face Cole Slottenhoop, who did single his first time through. He's 1 for 1 so far. Cunningham working out of the stretch. He delivers. The runner takes off on the pitch, but it's foul into the netting, trying to hit and run there early on. Bucks are trying to manufacture that second run to tie this game up after the 2-run bottom of the third from the Mustangs. They struck right back, but had an opportunity to do a lot more. The go-ahead run on second base with nobody out didn't end up scoring any. That one's outside, dribbles away from the catcher, Holland, but not far enough. Top of the 5th inning here in Meadville. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. A nice one thrown in there from Cunningham. Good action on that breaking ball. The right-hander still working out of the stretch quickly. Here delivers down low in the dirt, blocked by Holland. That was a good one to get in front of. Slottenhoop in his second at-bat of the afternoon. Cunningham looks that runner back over to first base. Now he comes home. That one's on the ground to the second baseman, Strideff. Reads the hop nicely. Throws to second to Lavrich. The throw on to first. He got him. Double play. So they unload the bases. It's the second double play that's been rolled up by Cunningham today, and you can score that one for 6-3. And there's 2 away in the inning. Nice bounce back for the second time for Walker Cunningham. He's been able to get out of jams today. Nate Tyler now to the plate. Cunningham trying to get out of this inning. His first pitch is away for ball 1. 3 rounds to the Rust Belt League playoffs. The 1-0 pitch is out to the left side. Butler fields in fair territory. Hard throw over to first, and it's past Wilson onto the warning track. Holding up at first base is Tyler, and now maybe he's regretting that decision. No one was at that ball for quite some time. Probably could have swiped second in the process, but that's going to go as an error on the first baseman, Wilson. Ball gets by him, and base runner on for Lance Baldensberger. Baldensberger so far, a ground out and a fly out, so he's 0 for 2 at the top of the order. Another runner on for Cunningham, nothing new for him. Just rolled the double play a moment ago. Back in the stretch, the runner takes off on the first pitch. The throw down from Holland's a good one, it's low. And now the runner slides past the base, but he gets back in time before Strideff can reach over. So a stolen base from Tyler, and there's a runner on second. Holland's throw almost took the head of Cunningham off. I think he's looking back to him now on a little bit of, why'd you do that one? Throw was on line, but just didn't have enough height to get all the way down there. The pitch is inside, ball 2. 2-0 count to the leadoff hitter. Yet to reach. He's trying to just tie this game up. 2-0 pitch is popped up. That one's to the right of Wilson, the first baseman. He has a read on it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. So 4.5 played, and the Mustangs still lead it 2-1 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Bottom of the 5th inning, Mustangs lead 2-1 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. And it's John Sharp to lead things off against Sawyer Prince, giving up 2 runs through 4 innings. He throws one in there for a called strike against Sharp. Sharp primarily a catcher out in left field today. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back against the netting. He goes down 0-2 quickly. Starting pitching is going to be worked this weekend for the Mustangs. Here's the 0-2. It's out to left center field. That one finds the gap and gets down. Racing over to it is the left fielder, Higley. It's a leadoff single for John Sharp. His bat's starting to heat up. He had a good weekend and a good early week. And now he gets his first hit in his second at-bat. Rips one out into left field, and now Bevan, left-on-left matchup out of the stretch. First pitch is at his head. He's got to duck out of the way of that one. It's 1-0. Sharp on first base, can run. He's got some speed. He's got that sliding mitt on his left hand. The 1-0 pitch to Bevan. Breaking ball, but or maybe the fastball. That one looked like it had a little bit of action on it, but it ends up high. Nobody out, just underway in the bottom of the 5th. Back over to first, checking on the runner. He's back easily. Just a kind of half-hearted dive over there at first from Sharp. Bevan takes a moment, steps back in, he's ready to go. 2-0 from the lefty. Is swung on and missed. Fastball in high. He couldn't catch up to it. Bevan popped out to the second baseman his first time through. Runner takes off on the pitch. The throw's up high for ball 3. The throw's way offline to the second baseman. Sharp is in there easily. He overslides the bag just a hair, but he's back. So a stolen base, and with a 3-1 count to Bevan, there's a runner on second with nobody out. Scoring chance here. The pitch to the left-handed hitter swung on and missed. The payoff pitch to the lefty is out to right field. And the right fielder doesn't track it down for a moment. Now it's over to the right side, and he makes the catch. Sharp tags up. That one all the way in foul territory. But a nice catch from the right fielder. Took him a moment to track that one. Luckily, it was hit high enough in the air with Bevan's power. But the runner tags all the way to third. So with one away, there's a runner on third, 90 feet away. Tristan Holland singled his first time around. He gets a chance. First pitch he sees. Called for ball 1. Lefty delivers with 1 ball. Inside, did he go? Yes, he did. Say he went on the pitch. That one's outside, so a 2-1 count to Holland. And now a timeout. It looks like it's the pitching coach for the DuBois Bucks. He's going to go out and have a talk with his starter. Maybe starting to drop in the control aspect of things. Seen a few pitches that have gone wayward. they're all ready to go now. Holland steps back in. Here's the pitch from the lefty. It's outside. So not able to get back in the zone after that talk. Insurance run is 90 feet away. That one's out to left field. Looking back, and it's foul. Hit hard on a line and off the wall in foul territory. Off the right-handed bat of Holland. Big chance there if he just hits that one a little bit higher. Keeps the bat back, who knows. Lefty delivers the pitch. Outside and a walk. So runners at the corners with one away and a chance for some big-time offense for the Mustangs. Two of the first three runners in the inning reach, and now Zach Wilson with runners on first and third. Wilson getting his second chance. He struck out his first time through. He swings and misses, can't catch up to the high heat. 0-1 count to the first baseman for the Meadville Mustangs. Popped up on the right side, foul. He goes down 0-2. These baby blue unis that the Bucks are rocking today. I gotta say, I'm a fan. Great pants for both teams. Here's the pitch. 0-2 is fouled off down toward the third base coach. Popped out into left field. Someone's got to go grab that, and it is number 14, Nate Tyler, DH. Doing his team a favor, trying to get the ball out of play. So still 0-2 to Wilson with one away. He's trying to put a ball in play, score that run from third. Lefty delivers a breaking pitch, and it's outside for a ball there on the 0-2. Big take and some shouts from the dugout of encouragement. Curveball just couldn't find the outside edge. Here's the 1-2 from the lefty. It's popped up, back on the infield into shallow center. Chasing in on it is the center fielder, Baldensberger. He throws in, and he's so close to the infield that Sharp's got to hold at third. So Wilson flies out. There's two away, and the runners stay at first and third for Kenny Lavrich. Lavrich is looking for his second RBI. Already scored one when he scored Holland on an RBI double his last time through. That was in the bottom of the third inning. Now in the bottom of the fifth, he's trying to repeat. Holland's got some solid speed at first base this time. Good chance that a double maybe scores two here. Pitcher steps off. Now he's back ready to go. Lefty delivers. Slider on the outside corner. That one called for strike one. The 0-1 to Lavrich. Out to the right side. Drifting foul away from him. So it's an 0-2 count to the shortstop for the Mustangs. Trying to add on some insurance runs. Here comes the pitch to Lavrich. Breaking ball. Maybe the fastball got away from him. Didn't look like he had quite the velocity, but it's a ball to Lavrich. The breaking pitch is away. That one down in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, Slottenhoop. Now a few balls in a row to Lavrich after he was down 0-2. Runner on third is John Sharp. On first, Holland. The pitch is grounded foul, so with two strikes, we'll do it again. Bottom of the fifth inning, 7-inning game. Mustangs lead by one. 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. Walker Cunningham has Pitched well so far, trying to keep that going into the 6th inning. Here it comes from the lefty. It's through up to the second baseman. He tosses on to second. Foster to Alensky, ends the inning. So we're through 5. Run is not able to score. And the Mustangs lead 2-1 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Sixth inning led off by the 2-hitting Morgan Ballot. Ballot reached on an error and he singled, so he's been on base every time today. 1 for 2. The 0-0 from Cunningham is in for a strike. He's been filling up that strike zone for the most part, and one of the most encouraging things, no walks so far for Cunningham on the mound. Curveball up high for ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch from the right-hander, grounded onto second base. Strideff gets underneath it, throws onto first, and there's one away. So the top of the 6th, the first inning in 3 innings that doesn't start with a leadoff single, so Cunningham already ahead in that factor. He's only given up a run in 1 of those innings. 4-3 ground out starts it, and now Kyle Alensky. He's 1 for 2 as well. The pitch onto the shortstop, Lavrich. He makes a nice play to his left, throw onto first, and how about that on defense? Kenny Lavrich flashes the leather as he's done all season long. Gets the runner over at first base. And quickly, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, Mustangs hold a slim lead, 2-1. Now Brandon Higley. Higley, the third part of the trio that hit for 3 straight singles in the last, or rather 2 innings ago. That was in the top of the 4th. He grounded out his first time, so 1 for 2. The 1-0 pitch from Cunningham is up high, maybe. Looked like he missed by just a bit. The 1-1, the pitch. Did he go? No, he did not. Holds back the bat. Had a little, barely even the check swing. And a 2-1. Left fielder Higley at the plate. Here's the 2-1. It's up and in on the hands. That one is going to get him for the walk, and he heads down to first base. So with a runner on first, it'll be Blake Priestash. Priestash 0 for 2 so far. He pops one up to the right side foul. That one gets back of the broadcast booth. Top of the 6th inning in this 7-inning game. Cunningham's pitch. Down low for a ball. Can't get in. Seems like it's a maybe more of an east to west wide zone today than north south. Corners seem generous. Oh, throw over to first. That one gets away from Wilson. The pickoff throw from, and now going to third base is the runner Higley. He's all the way in, standing up. That one sneaks all the way to that fence, which runs out for quite some time past the dugout along the line with the bullpens. So takes the Mustangs a while to get to that ball, and up to third on the errant pickoff throw is Higley. So now the tying run 90 feet away, and all of a sudden what started as a somewhat ho-hum inning, a little bit of pressure for Cunningham on the mound. That one's grounded onto second base. Strider Fields throws to first, and they get out of it. Gets the out at first base. 5.5 complete. 2-1 lead for the Mustangs on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Daniel Luco will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Reached on an error by the first baseman Pasternak his last time out. He's going to take on the lefty Sawyer Prince, who's back out there. Both pitchers have fared phenomenally today. The first pitch is out wide and high. Pitch down to Luco is in the dirt. So a 2-0 count to the right fielder. Mustangs will get underway with Game 2 about 30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1. That one's fouled off to the left side onto the on-deck circle. Wind really a non-factor today. It's a muggy day, hot for these players. 2-1 pitch outside for ball 3. Now continues to stay ahead in the count, does Luco. Bottom of the 6th inning to the leadoff batter. That one's down low. It's a leadoff walk. And we've seen both pitchers now issue some walks after they went walkless in the first 4 innings combined, really the first 4 and a third. Luco aboard on the free pass. Now he'll face Suvak. That is Sawyer Prince. Now, Mound Visit coming out, chat with his guy, maybe to settle things down, but after the walk in the 6th inning here, could be the end of the road, and it looks like it will be the end of the road for Sawyer Prince. He's done after 5 complete innings. He has a pretty good day out, only allows 2 runs coming from that left side. He's been phenomenal on the mound all day. He exits, and the Mustangs lead 2-1. There'll be a new pitcher on when we come back. Back on, the new pitcher is the former DH, Nate Tyler. Number 14 comes on to pitch, right-hander. So the new designated hitter will be Justin Smulik. He fills in. Toss over to first. Back safely is Luco. So he'll face Suvik after Luco reached on a walk. Sacrifice bunt is laid out, and now the runner takes off. He's picked off at second, and he's out on the play. It took a moment for the Bucks to realize that Luco had taken off, but turning around and gunning him down at second base was Tyler, so he gets his first out without even throwing a pitch. And there's one away in the inning. And now a different approach for Suvek. Right-hander delivers the 0-0 up and in. He has to duck out of the way of that one. It's a 1-0 count with 1 away. The Mustangs don't need to score again, but I'd like to give whoever goes out to pitch in the top of the 7th a little bit of comfort. Fouled off. A 1-1 count now to the center fielder. 0 for 2 so far. Outside, ball 2. The count in the favor of the hitter. Here comes the pitch from the right-hander, and swung on and missed. A 2-2 count now to Suvak. He's trying to get on base for the first time today. Righty delivers. He struck him out. back to the bench, and the third strikeout of the day for Suvak. So after one of the hottest stretches for any hitter in this lineup all season over these past few weeks, he's gone cold in today's matchup, game 1. But he's got game 2 to bounce back. Brandon Butler now with 2 away. He sees the first pitch outside for ball 1. Butler has fouled out and flown out to left field. Down low, ball 2. So 2-0, he's ahead early in the count. Here's the pitch from the right-hander, out to left field. That one's hit pretty well, approaching the wall, and it's off the bottom of the wall. Into second base standing is Butler, and that is just about as far as you can hit a double. He pummels one out to left field, and the wind just doesn't quite carry it over. We talked about how that wind has been pretty dead today. So a stand-up double for Brandon Butler. And with the 5-hitter, Noah Ross, coming to the plate, he's in scoring position. That one was hit on the screws. Here's Ross. First pitch to him is down low for ball 1. The 1-0 to the DH is golf through the left side. Butler's rounding third. The throw from the left fielder, there is no throw. Butler scores standing up. It's an RBI single for Noah Ross. Designated hitter comes through in the clutch. Scores Butler from second, and the Mustangs reinforce their lead in the bottom of the 6th. Now Zach Strideff. Second baseman gets another shot. He's already singled today. First pitch he sees is a curveball up high for ball 1. Toss over to first. Back easily is Ross. He tried to dive, but he didn't even have enough length off the base to extend his body all the way. Right-hander's delivery to Strideff is through that left side again. That's another hit. Station to station they'll play. Ross and Strideff, the 2 teammates, on first and second with 2 outs. So 3 straight hits yield a little bit of progress for the Mustangs. And now John Sharp, who came all the way around to third base last time, he gets another shot. Righty Nate Tyler in his first full inning of work. His 0-0 is cracked to the left side, drifting foul. That one hooks, had the distance, just not quite on it timing-wise. Sharp going to step back in there to face Tyler. Here's the pitch up high. That one goes for a ball. Pitch to Sharp. Popped up. Out toward the middle of the infield. Second baseman Foster underneath it. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. So the Mustangs add on one more. They're going to try and go out and get a win in the top of the 7th. Will return. They lead it 3-1 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Rolling on into the 7th inning on the Mustangs Baseball Network, it's going to be Alex Pasternak, followed by Justin Smulik and Damone Foster. And it's Walker Cunningham looking to finish off a complete game gem. If he can get through this inning. His 0-0 pitch on the corner of the zone for strike one. Ahead of Pasternak. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off. He was late. So it's 0-2. Pasternak, big, tall first baseman, big, tall hitter. I can't get over how small he makes that bat look. Here's the pitch. That one's flared to the right side. Fair ball. And he's around first base, jogging for second. The right fielder, Luco, gets to it. The throw in, and the runner's out. They gun him down at second base. How about that? The outfield assist from Daniel Luco, and it looked like he would beat the throw, but the base umpire calls him out at second. And there's one away. So Pasternak singles to right. Can't stretch it to a double. So with one out, Justin Smulik. DH is 1 for 2, struck out and singled. Cunningham's 0-0 is fouled off on the hands inside. Cunningham's 0-1. Swung on and missed. Challenged him with the fastball. Maybe a little bit of extra velocity in that last inning. He's a little juiced up trying to get through this one. He's got 1 out and 2 strikes on Smulik. And did he go? No, he didn't. Check down to first base. Held up on the check swing. It's 1-2. That one looked close. We don't have any other angles, of course, but surely would be interesting to look at that one. He gets him. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and now there's 2 away. And Cunningham is looking to lead the Mustangs to a masterpiece win in the final weekend of the season. Now it's Damone Foster. 0-0 pitch called for a strike. That one's grounded up the middle over the head of Cunningham. Lavrich boots it, and he won't be able to secure the final out. So we'll bring up at least one more batter in Game 1 action. Of course, Game 2 just right around the corner, so hope that you'll stick with us for that. Cunningham is going to face the 9-hitter Cole Slaughtenhoop. His first pitch is swung on and missed. Kept in front did the catcher Holland. Here's the pitch. Down low, he gets him to make a pass. Now 0-2, 2 strikes. Last strike available for the Bucks. Mustangs lead it by 2. The 0-2 pitch. Down low, and the runner takes off. He's going to be into second base safely. That one was, or it required a block from Holland. He couldn't get up on his feet and make the throw quick enough. Now Foster is on second. The 1-2 from Cunningham. He struck him out, and the throw down to first. He gets him to complete the game, drop third strike, and the Mustangs win Game 1. 3-1 victory. And Walker Cunningham goes his second complete game, 7-inning complete game, that is, this season, to secure the win. He did it once in Newcastle, and now he does it at home. And the Mustangs roll in Game 1. Well, we'll be back for Game 2 shortly, but we'll take a quick break. And we hope that you stick around. Keep pasted to your phone or your computer or whatever you're joining us with, but Mustangs victorious 3-1 in Game 1 of this doubleheader on a Saturday afternoon. We'll be back in just a few moments, everyone.